Unido stands for the United Nations Industrial Development Organization.
It is a specialized agency of the United Nations. It's mandated to promote inclusive and sustainable industrial development.
Unido works with countries in the developing and transition economies to help them pursue their industrialization agenda.
Our core functions are in two categories as Unido. The first category is, we call it the Global Forum function, and the second category is what we call technical assistance. Now, the Global Forum function addresses issues on setting the global agenda on industrial development. We've been having events like the Africa Industrialization Day, which is an annual event every year where different stakeholders meet and chat on the kind of challenges, the issues that are constraining industrial development in the countries that we are engaged. Now, on the technical assistance function, this is where we work with member states to basically support their initiatives to promote industrial development.
Industrialization has several benefits to an economy. It creates opportunities for jobs and opens up local and international markets for processed and raw products.
Industrialization is very key in that it creates jobs for the people who can work, also for the producers of goods and services that serve the industry. Will also get an avenue through which they will be able to sell their products. Industrialization brings nations closer through trade and exchange of goods and services.
Africa has the youngest population in the world, with an estimated 200 million people aged between 15 and 24 years old. The youth and women in Africa face increasing unemployment and a mounting gender disparity. Unemployment and economic disempowerment are the main obstacles towards Africa's industrialization and economic growth.
These are the most productive age set in an economy. Normally, if they are put into productive use, it enables the country to take advantage of the demographic dividends. So when they are unemployed, it encourages them to go into vices that are not right, theft and other unrests, and in the process that creates continued poverty in our economy.
In Kenya, and particularly on small and medium enterprises targeting the youth and women, we have been engaged. And our focus in that particular area has again been mainly on building the capacities of these small and medium enterprises and helping them to enhance their competitiveness.
Apart from their income generation activities, women are crucial to the household economy and welfare of their families, and they increasingly play an instrumental role in adding value to their communities and nations.
This is Rizichi Creations, and we are a creative brand of Kenya, and we create innovative ideas for creating sauces, chutneys, chili sauces, and we also make hats, clothes, and anything that you need created. I started when I was 19, and I went off, on a very wild idea to become the household designer of Africa. And here I am, 25 years later, still carrying on with my dream.
As an association, we have 14 sectors in the manufacturing industry, and we encourage women to participate across board. However, there are certain sectors where there's an advantage for women. Agro-processing is an example of such a sector. And a lot of women are involved in the value chain at the farm level. They're involved in cross-border trade. So that is a sector that is good for women. For the youth, we also encourage them to take part in sectors where there's a lot of innovation and creativity required, because that is a cutting edge they have as youth.
We work with recycled materials and eco-friendly material to create this beautiful product that you see. Our main goal is to advance youth enterprise as a strategy for peace building in Africa. And for us, we're about showing the enthusiasm, the fun, the skill and professionalism of young people now in Kenya.
We've been working with women groups and farmers groups in different agricultural value chains to enhance the processing and avail the processing technologies. For example, in soybean, we've worked with groups in Western Kenya, in Kisumu, to bring the technology on soya processing, and quite a number of women and youth have really been participating in that.
Women and youth find it difficult to access capital to start up or expand their businesses, as they are perceived as high risk due to their age and limited entrepreneurial experience.
Access to credit is a challenge affecting business. It's been recognized as a challenge because, first of all, the cost of credit is quite high and is a hindrance for young people getting into a business. It's a hindrance for women who in some cases don't have security, and even for large businesses. The issue of long-term finance is also a challenge because finance may be available, but if it is too short-term, it's not possible to plan for the long run. As CAM, what we are doing, we are working with the SME sector to encourage them to work very closely to access finance from institutions that are offering finance at competitive rates. There are certain institutions that have products suited for SMEs or products suited for industry, and we're encouraging linkages with those institutions. The Ministry of Industrialization in the Kenya Industrial Transformation Program has also set an industrial fund. The industrial fund is positive for industry because it identifies certain investment opportunities that require high investment, and the ministry through this fund will be able to invest in this.
Access to both local and international markets is critical for both the women and youth producers.
Access to markets is a critical issue for industries, whether it's youth or women businesses or the general businesses. What we are doing as an association, first of all, is dealing with the local market. How can we ensure that industry is able to access the local market? We have worked very closely with the government to push a Buy Kenya, Build Kenya agenda.
The design of the industrial parks that we are putting up, we are focusing on setting up spaces for SMEs. So there will be space for large industries, then there will be space for small and medium enterprises. And this is where the youth, the women really will have access to space to be able to operate from.
Overall, in Kenya, we have really worked with the small and medium enterprises involving women and the youth to basically address the issue of technology, skills, and market access to be able to enhance the competitiveness of the enterprises that they are running. And we hope that we are going to keep the course along that direction.
So I'm talking to all you youth, I'm talking to the women. Don't look for jobs, create your own.
Don't wait for employment, don't wait for people to give you opportunity.
Anyone who's there and you have a passion for anything, be it anything, even if it's a shop, even if it's groceries, you go out there and work hard.
We need to encourage the youth and the women to start around themselves, look for opportunities, and then we as Unido and other partners will come in to support, but they must start the work.